Duke University's entirely predictable class of 2028 demographics. That is the topic of today's video. My name is Craig Meister. I'm a college admissions coach. You can learn more about me and how you can work with me one-on-one throughout the entire college admissions process on my website, which is collegemeister.com. And if you're interested in learning about whether or not you are or your student is on track for selective college admission in the United States of America, visit areyouontracktogetin.com. Again, that's areyouontracktogetin.com, at which you will complete a free 3-minute assessment. Your results will be emailed to you right away, and they will help you clarify whether or not you are or your student is on track for selective college admission in the United States of America. Let's look first at the class of 2027 demographic data from Duke University. 53% were white, 35% were Asian, Asian American, or Pacific Islander, 13% were Black or African American, 1.2% were Native American, American Indian, Native Alaskan, or Native Hawaiian, and 13% were Hispanic, Latino, or Latina. Now, here in the press release that Duke just put out for the class of 2028, we learn that white students make up about 52% of this year's class of 2028. So that number is down 1 percentage point. About 29% are Asian, Asian American, and Pacific Islander. Really, what that should say is Asian, Asian American, or Pacific Islander. So it's inclusive of both international Asians and Asian American Asians. And that number is now at a 29%. Last year, that was at 35%. So that's dropped 6 percentage points. But that's what's known as collateral damage, because what Duke was really focused on is maintaining or increasing the numbers of Hispanics and Blacks, and they did just that. The number of Hispanic or Latinos are now 14%. That went up 1 percentage point from last year. The number of Blacks or African Americans still make up 13%. So what happened is there must be more people either reporting mixed race or not reporting race at all, or indecipherable in their race. So that's why those numbers sort of are not adding up exactly like last year. But the overall number of Asians self-reporting to be Asian, at least, are down. That number actually might be consistent if individuals came out of the closet as what they really are. But again, a number of individuals do not share what their race or ethnicity is. And last year, that number was 5%. That number, I would bet, would have been consistent or went up for this year because of everything going on politically, socially in the United States and the affirmative action ruling in June of 2023. So the reason I'm sharing all this with you is none of this is surprising. It is entirely predictable, especially if you've been watching this channel. Because if you've been watching this channel, you know I did a video several months ago, which I will link in this video's description, where I discussed the fact that Duke has an increasingly subjective admissions review process. They pulled a bait and switch on students during the 23-24 admission cycle, where after the cycle was done, the leadership over there announced that for that cycle, for the first time, Duke no longer gave essays or standardized test scores numerical ratings in its first year review process. That's a big deal. Watch that whole video to learn more about the minutia behind that decision. And that basically was the giveaway that we knew that the numbers were going to be what the numbers are, basically, which are consistent in the key areas that Duke Enrollment Management Team is looking to protect, which is Hispanic and Black numbers at Duke University. Like I said, the whites, the Pacific Islanders, the Asians, all collateral damage. The focus for the powers that be at Duke is to maintain the numbers of certain demographics at all costs, even if it means changing how they review applications from one year to the next in order to accommodate the end goals of the powers that be at Duke University. I've also done a video recently on Duke's 24-25 admissions essay prompts on their supplement for the Common App. If you're interested in getting into Duke, you certainly want to watch that video so that you can strategically approach completing your 3 Duke supplemental essays. 1, of course, is required. 2, of course, are optional, but I recommend completing all 3 if you have any ability to communicate in the English language. Now, let's say you really want to get into Duke University. And you might want to get into Duke. You may not want to get into Duke any longer after watching this video, but you very well might want to get into Duke. So listen up and listen up good. I'm offering a new product during the 24-25 admissions cycle known as my pre-read. When you finish your Common App and you want to know if it's as strong as possible and whether or not, in its current condition, your chances of admission to Duke are impressive, inconclusive, or inadequate, you want my pre-read. Getting my pre-read now means having me review your entire application to Duke, just like an admissions officer or an admissions committee will review it later, and receiving by email, no later than the time you reserve, a comprehensive report highlighting what's working and what's not on your full Common App, and in this case, your Duke Common App supplement. If you've yet to submit your Common App to Duke, my pre-read may motivate you to make adjustments to it before your deadline. If you've already submitted your Common App to Duke, my pre-read will prepare you for what I deem to be your likely admissions outcome at Duke University. To learn more about my pre-read and to purchase my pre-read, go to mypreread.com. Again, that's mypreread.com. If you enjoyed today's video, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to my channel. If you'd like to work with me one-on-one throughout the entire college admissions process, go to my website, which is collegemeister.com. Until next time, stay safe, stay well, and most importantly, stay stress-free throughout the entire college admissions process.